color's starting to come back a little bit. You can start seeing the discoloration on the edges of his ears. It's going to start being more prominent if there's any areas that are frostbitten. You can see this right here is a little bit purple.
And you're giving him...
his blood sugar is really low, probably because he's septic, so he's getting a dextrose bolus.
Septic from... Don't know yet?
Don't know yet, but his white blood cell count is really low, his blood sugar is really low, his blood pressure and his temperature are really low, so all this kind of go like frostbite, like burn kind of from being so cold, essentially. Don't see anything crazy.
In there.
Like, could he potentially lose the tip of his ear even?
It's possible, definitely, depending on how long he's been out in the elements. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can save that little piece.
He's a fucking fighter, man. He wants to eat.
Definitely a fire.
He's like, I'm not gonna let this little beat me down. Good boy, lick that shit clean. Yeah.
You're in a special place
Good
now.
boy. Oh, good boy. All right, it's all gone. Almost. No, it's still there. Boy, no, there's still more. I didn't see it. I didn't see the leftovers.
I'm sorry.
Would you give him a furry?
Yeah, buddy.
We're so happy you're back. He says, well, I'm happy I'm back.
Yeah. Oh, everybody's praying for you, bud.
Yep.
Welcome home. Time for a nice warm bath. Get him cleaned up.
Yeah. Do it, buddy. You want a bath?
Here's a loop for everyone. There you go.
Good job, buddy.
Sweet babe.
You enjoying your bone, buddy? You enjoying your bone?
for a nice warm bath? Get him cleaned up?
Yeah.